हेलो एवरीवन, वेलकम टू माय चैनल क्रिएटिव कॉन्सेप्ट्स। आज हम स्टार्ट करेंगे मैटरनल एंड चाइल्ड हेल्थ प्रोग्राम एंड वेरियस टाइप्स के नेशनल प्रोग्राम्स एंड उन सब का मतलब उन सब के लिए डब्ल्यूएचओ का हमारे इंडिया में क्या क्या रोल रहा है वो सब हम आज पढ़ेंगे। तो स्टार्ट करते हैं हम। सबसे पहला नेशनल प्रोग्राम मैटरनल एंड चाइल्ड हेल्थ प्रोग्राम। According to WHO 1976, maternal and child health services can be defined as promoting, preventing, therapeutic or rehabilitation facility or care for the mother and child. Thus, maternal and child health services is an important and essential service related to mother and child's overall development. नाउ एम्स एंड ऑब्जेक्टिव ऑफ MCH प्रोग्राम। MCH का मतलब यहाँ पे है मैटरनल एंड चाइल्ड हेल्थ प्रोग्राम से। एम्स एंड ऑब्जेक्टिव्स क्या बोलते हैं? तो फर्स्ट एम एंड ऑब्जेक्ट है पहला, रिड्यूसिंग मैटरनल करंट स्टेटस 2013 190 पर 1 लाख लाइव बर्थ, perinatal number of stillbirths and deaths in the first week of life per 1000 live birth. Infants current status 2013 41 per 1000 live birth. And child mortality and morbidity rates. Child survival, promoting reproductive health or safe motherhood, ensure birth or healthy child. Prevent malnutrition, prevent communicable diseases, early diagnosis and treatment of health problem, and health education and family planning services. Infrastructure. The MCH services are rendered through the infrastructure of primary health centers and sub-centers whose number are 24049 September 2013 and 148366 September 2013 respectively. It is proposed to set up one primary health centers for every 30 lakh population and one sub-centers for 3000 to 5000 population. Each sub-centers are foundation of national health system. Each sub-centers is manned by a team of one male and female health workers. In addition, there is a team of one trained DAI and one health guide in every village. Sub areas. The components of MCH includes the following sub areas. First one is that maternal health, family planning, child health, social health, handicapped children, care of children in special settings such as daycare centers. Activities of MCH programs. Maternal and child health services are an important part of primary health care. Traditional activities areas of these programs. First one is that complete health checkup and care of the child and mother from conception to birth, studying health problems of mothers and children, providing health education to parents for taking care of children, training to professional and STEM workers. नीड फॉर MCH प्रोग्राम। क्या नीड है ये हम देखते हैं, क्यों ज़रूरत पड़ी हमारे इंडिया में। हमारे इंडिया में ही इस प्रोग्राम की सबसे ज़्यादा ज़रूरत है क्योंकि माल न्यूट्रिशन सबसे ज़्यादा है और उसके बाद बच्चों की जो जेंडर इक्वलिटी को लेके भी इस प्रोग्राम को लेके बहुत ज़्यादा नीड है। There are four main reasons why mothers and child health must be given top priority in health program. First one is that mother and child below the age of 15 year make up the majority of the population in almost countries. Mother and children constitute a special risk or vulnerable group in the case of illness, deaths in the teens of pregnancy, childbirth, birth of mothers, and growth and development in the case of children. By improving the health of mother and children, we can improve the health of the family and community. Ensuring child survival is a future investment for the family and community. Indicator of maternal and child health program. Maternal and child health can be evaluated on the basis of the following indicator. First one is that maternal mortality rate below 1, infant mortality rate below 30, death rate of 1 to 4-year old age group below 10, size of family 2 to 3 members, perinatal mortality rate 30 to 35, weight of minimum 90% of total children according to height, weight, charge. Organizational activities of MCH services. Complete health checkup and care of the child and mother from conception to birth, studying the health problem of mothers and child, providing health education to parents for taking care of children, training to professional and assistant workers. फैमिली वेलफेयर सर्विसेज, यहाँ हमारी बात हो गई मदर एंड चाइल्ड केयर सर्विसेज की। अब हम बात करेंगे फैमिली वेलफेयर सर्विसेज की, नेशनल प्रोग्राम्स ऑफ Family welfare services. Family planning means planning by individuals or couple to have only the children they want when they want them. This is responsible parenthood. Family welfare includes not only plannings of births but the welfare of whole families by means of total family health cares. The family welfare program has high priority in India because its success depends on the quality of life of all citizens. History of Family Welfare Program. It was started in the year 1951. In 1977, the Government of India redesignated the National Family Planning Program as the National Family Welfare Program and also changed the name of the Ministry of Health and Family Planning to Ministry of Health and Family Welfare. It is reflection of the government's anxiety to promote family planning through the total welfare of the family. It is aimed at achieving a higher end, that is to improve the quality of life of the people. India is the first country in the world that implemented the family welfare program at government level. Health is a part of concurrent list, but center provides 100% assistance to states for this program. Government has concreted on this program in various 5-year plans through higher priority was accorded to it after fourth 5-year plan due to bad effects of emergency and faulty propaganda. Family planning suffered major setback during 1977 to 1979. It was decided in National Health Policy 1983 that net reproduction rate NRR should be 1 by the year 2000. The seventh 5-year plan placed more emphasis on the use of spacing methods between the births of two children. Concept of Family Welfare Program. The concept of welfare is basically related to quality of life. As such, it includes education, nutrition, health, employment, women's welfare and rights, shelter, safe drinking water, all vital factors associated with the concept of welfare. It is a centrally sponsored program. For these, the state received 100% assistance to central government. The emphasis is on the child family. Also, the emphasis is on spacing method along with terminal methods. The current policy is to promote family planning on the basis of voluntary and informed acceptance with full community participation. The services are taken to every doorstep in order to motivate families to accept all the small family norms. Aims and objectives of Family Welfare Program. The Government of India in the Ministry of Health and Family Welfare have started the operational aims and objectives of family welfare programs as follows: to promote the adoption of small family sized norms on the basis of voluntary acceptance, to promote the use of spacing methods to ensure adequate supply of contraceptives to all eligible couples within easy reach, to arrange the clinical and surgical services so as to achieve set targets, participation of voluntary organizations, local leaders, local self-governments in family welfare program at various levels, using the means of mass communication and interpersonal communication to overcome the social and cultural hindrances in adopting the programs or extensive use of public health education for family planning. Goals of the family welfare program. Family welfare programs has laid down the following long-term goal to be achieved by the year 2080. Reduction of birth rate from 29 per thousand in 1992 to 21 by 2080. Reduction to death rate for 10 in 1992 to 9 per thousand. Rising couple protection rate from 43.3 in 1990 to 60%. Reduction in average family size from 4.2 in 1990 to 2.3. Decrease in infant mortality rate from 79 in 1992 to less than 60% to 60 per thousand live births. Reduction of net reproduction rate from 1.48 in 1981 to 1. Impact of family welfare activities. Nearly 98% of women and 99% of men in the age groups of 15 and 49 have a good knowledge about one or more methods of contraceptions. Adolescents seems to be well aware of the modern methods of contraception. Only 97% of women and 95% of men are knowledgeable about female sterilization, which is the most popular modern permanent method of family planning. While 79% of women and 80% of men have heard about male sterilization, 93% of men have awareness about the uses of condoms, while only 74% of women are aware of the same. Around 80% of men and women have a fair knowledge about contraceptive pills. Importance of family welfare program. The year 2010 to 11 ended with 34.9 million family planning acceptors at national level, comprising of 5.0 million sterilization, 5.6 million IUD insertion, 16.0 million condoms user and 8.3 million OP oral pills users, as against 35.6 million family planning acceptors in 2009 to 10. Over the decades, there has been a substantial increases in a contraceptive use in India. IUD insertion. During the year 2010 to 11, 5.6 million IUD insertion were reported, as against 5.7 million in 2009 to 10. Assam, Bihar, Gujarat, Jharkhand, Uttar Pradesh, Arunachal Pradesh, Delhi, Goa, Meghalaya, Mizoram, Sikkim, Dadar and Nagar Haveli reported better performance in 2010 to 11. Condoms users and OP users. Based on the distribution figures reported, there were 16 million equivalent users of condoms and 83.07 million equivalent users of oral pills during 2010 to 11. Number of births prevented. Implementation of various family planning measures prevented 16.335 million births in the country during 2010 to 11 as compared to 16.605 million in 2009 to 10. The cumulative total of births avoided in the country up to 2010 to 11 was 442.75 million. Strategies of Family Welfare Program FWP. Integration with health services. The Family Welfare Program has been integrated with other health services instead of being a separate service. Integration with maternity and child health. FWP has been integrated with maternity and child health. Public are motivated for post-delivery sanitization, abortion and use of contraceptives. Concentration in rural area. FWP are concentrated more in rural area at the level of sub subterranean and primary health centers. This is in addition to hospitals at district, state and central levels. Literacy. There is a district correlation between illiteracy and fertility, so stress and priorities is given to girl education. Fertility rate among educated females is low. Breastfeeding. Breastfeeding is encouraged. It is estimated that about 5 million births per annum can be prevented through breastfeeding. Rising the age for marriage. Under the Child Marriage Restraint Bill 1978, the age of marriage has been raised to 21 years for males and 18 years for females. This has same impact on fertility. Minimum Needs Program. It was launched in the fifth five-year plan with an aim to raise the economical standards. Fertility is low in higher income groups, so fertility rate can be lowered by increasing economical standards. Intensives. Monetary intensives have been given in family planning programs, especially for poor classes, but these intensives have not been very effective, so the program must be on voluntary basis. Mass media. Motivation through radio, television, cinemas, newspapers, puppet show and folk dance is an important aspect of this program. So this is all about family welfare program. अब हम बात करेंगे नेशनल एंटी मलेरियल या एंटी मलेरिया प्रोग्राम्स की. तो मलेरिया क्या होता है, कैसे होता है, ये जब हमने मलेरिया पढ़ा था, मलेरिया के प्रिवेंशन इन कंट्रोल्स पढ़े थे, तब हमने देखा था. तो हम थोड़ा सा इसका इंट्रोडक्शन देख लेते हैं. Malaria is of the major mosquito-borne disease affecting mankind caused by Plasmodium parasite transmitted by the bite of infective female Anopheles mosquito. There are 4 Plasmodium species. 4 species होती है. National Malaria Control Program. Malaria is one of the serious public health problem in India. At the time of independence, malaria was contributing 75 million cases with 0.8 million deaths every year prior to launching of National Malaria Control Program in 1953. A country-wide comprehensive program to control malaria was recommended in 1946 by Boer Committee. Report that was endorsed by the Planning Commission in 1951. The national program against malaria has a long history since that time. Now, objectives. In April 1953, Government of India launched a National Malarial Control Program NPCP with the following objective. First is that to bring down malaria transmission to a level at which it would cease cases to be a major public health problem. An achievement was to be maintained by each state to hold down the malaria transmission at low level. Strategies under NMCP. Principal operation activities under the control program comprising reducible insecticidal spray of human dwelling and catty shells, malaria Control teams were organized and directed by the state anti-malaria organization to monitor the malaria incidence in the control area. Anti-malarial drugs were made available for patient reporting to an institution. Urban malarial scheme. In 139 towns and 19 states and union uh, territories, objectives to control malaria in urban area by reducing vectors, reduce morbidity and mortality by early detection and treatment. Criteria: all urban area with more than 50,000 population, SPR greater than 5%, slight positivity rate. At present, 131 towns and cities in 19 states and union territories are under the UMS Urban Malaria Scheme. Revised control strategies. The expert committee has considered the revised global policy for malaria control of the WHO and suggested strategies for India according to the problem area. Enhanced Malaria Control Project. Enhanced Malaria Control Project was launched in April 1997 with the World Bank. This is directly benefiting the 6 crore tribal population of the 8 states covering 100 districts and 19 urban areas. Selection of PHCS. The annual parasites incidence API is more than 2 for last 3 years. PF cases are more than 30% of the malaria cases. 25% population of the PH is tribal. The area has been reporting that deaths due to malaria and also has flexibility to direct resources to any need area in case of outbreak of malaria. Anti-malarial drug policy. The National Anti-Malarial Drug Policy was drafted in 1982 to combat the increasing level of resistance to chloroquine detected in PF. An expert committee was formulated under the chairmanship of DGHS to revise the drug treatment. Insecticide policy. DDT should be insecticide of choice for residual spray. Milestone of the program. So this is all about the milestone of anti-malarial programs. Now, role of WHO in Indian national programs. WHO World Health Organization is the United Nations specialized agency for health. It is an intergovernmental organization and works in collaboration with its member states, usually through the Ministry of Health. The World Health Organization is responsible for providing leadership on global health matters, shaping the health research agenda, setting norms and standards, articulating evidence-based policy options, providing technical supports to countries, and monitoring and assessing health trends. India became a party to the WHO Constituent on 12th January 1948. The first session of the WHO Regional Committee for Southeast Asia was held on 4 to 5 October 1948 in the office of the Indian Minister of Health. It was inaugurated by Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru, Prime Minister of India, and was addressed by WHO Director General Dr. Brock Chisholm. India is a member state of WHO Southeast Asia region. The core function including the following. The WHO country office for India is headquartered in Delhi with country-wide presence. The WHO country office for India's area of works are enhanced in its new country cooperation strategies 2012 to 2017. WHO is staffed by health professionals, other experts and support staff working at headquarters in Geneva. 6 regional offices and countries offices in carrying out its activities and fulfilling its objectives. WHO Secretariat focuses its work on the following 6 core functions. These are the providing leadership on matters critical to health and engaging in partnership where joint action is needed, shaping the research agenda and stimulating the generations, translation and dissemination of valuable knowledge, setting norms and standards and promoting and monitoring their implementation. Thank you.